You know that feeling, right? That one comment, maybe online, maybe in person, that just tanks your whole day. We've all been there. But what if you could take that sting and actually turn it into a superpower? Well, that's exactly what we're going to break down today, the art of mastering negative criticism. Let's start with this. This is some ancient wisdom right here. It completely flips the script on criticism. Instead of an attack, it's a gift. Think about it. It's like someone holding up a mirror to a blind spot you literally didn't know you had. And look, when criticism is genuine, it's probably one of the most powerful tools for growth we've got. But come on, let's be real. It rarely feels that poetic, right? More often than not, that so-called gift feels a lot more like poison. We've all felt that sting, that comment that isn't designed to help you up, but to knock you down. And that's the kind of criticism we're really going to dissect today, the kind that's used like a weapon. All right, first things first, let's get a fundamental truth out on the table. If you're facing criticism, it doesn't mean you're doing something wrong. Actually, it usually means you're doing something, period. It means you're out there, you're visible, you're in the game. You could be an artist, an entrepreneur. Heck, you could just be posting a picture of your cat, and I guarantee someone out there will find a reason to hate on it. So the first step to mastering this whole thing isn't to build a better wall. It's to just accept a simple, liberating fact. You cannot please everyone. Trying to is, well, it's a surefire way to lose yourself. Okay, so now let's do something really powerful. Let's shift our perspective. To really get a handle on criticism, we have to stop obsessing over our reaction to it and start getting curious about their motivation. What is actually going on inside their head when they type that out? And this right here, this distinction is absolutely everything. See, constructive criticism, the good stuff, it focuses on the what, the work, the action, the idea itself. But destructive criticism, it attacks the who. It goes after your character, your intelligence, your very worth as a person. One is a tool to help you build something better. The other is just noise. It's static, designed to get you off your game. And here is the real game changer, the secret you have to understand. Destructive criticism is almost never about you. It's a projection. It's just a big flashing billboard advertising their own internal daddles, their insecurities, their jealousy, maybe their feeling of being stuck while they see you moving forward. So in a weird way, their words are a window into their world, not some final verdict on yours. This quote from Ricky Gervais just perfectly, brilliantly captures the sheer absurdity of so much of this, especially online. People get furious about things that have literally nothing to do with them. It's completely illogical, it's irrelevant, and frankly, if it's a waste of their time to be mad about it, it should definitely be a waste of yours to worry about it. Okay, so we've established we can't stop the criticism from coming our way. It's just a fact of life. But what we can control 100% is our internal response. So how do you build that inner shield, that force field, so the negativity just bounces right off? It all comes down to what you do in those first few critical seconds. So before you even think about typing a reply, you got to run through these 4 moves. They put you right back in the driver's seat. First, just listen. Then, breathe. Stay calm. Third, detach. Don't personalize it. And finally, analyze. That little pause, that's where your power is. It's the space where you get to decide if their words have any value at all or if they just belong in the mental trash can. And this right here, this is the core truth you have to burn into your brain. Your value isn't some stock on Wall Street that goes up and down based on public opinion. Nope, it's an internal, constant thing. And no single comment, no matter how nasty, can touch it unless you give it the power to. All right, so once your internal defense is rock solid, then it's time to think about your external strategy. And believe me, you have a whole toolkit of options for how, or importantly, if you even want to respond at all. And check this out, because your response matters way more than you think, especially if you're a business or a professional. A staggering 78% of people, that's almost 8 out of 10, will literally change their mind about buying something based on how a brand responds to criticism. People are watching. A classy, graceful response can win them over for life, while the defensive one, well, it'll just push them away. So we can totally steal this exact strategy from the corporate playbook and use it in our own lives. The key takeaway, not every comment deserves your energy. That low-level drive-by insult from a troll, just ignore it. A medium-level critique that might actually have a point, okay, maybe you acknowledge it. But a high-stakes accusation that could really damage your reputation? Yeah, that's when you engage. You have to match your response level to the threat level. And here's the wild part, the potential upside. If you engage correctly, you can actually turn a negative into a huge positive. I mean, look at companies like Starbucks and Zappos. They didn't just fix problems, they managed to turn some of their biggest critics into their most passionate fans, just by showing that they were listening. Now that's a powerful transformation. But in your personal life, the most elegant response is often the simplest. Sometimes just a simple smile can totally disarm someone. Strategic silence can show you're completely unfazed. A polite, "Hey, thanks for your feedback," can shut the whole thing down. And honestly, often the most powerful move of all is to say absolutely nothing and just let your continued success be the ultimate comeback. Okay, now for the final, and I think the most powerful step in this whole process. We're going to move beyond just surviving criticism. We're going to learn how to actually use it, how to turn it into fuel. I mean, just think about it. History is absolutely littered with stories of incredible people who faced brutal, brutal criticism. They were told they weren't good enough, that their ideas were worthless. The big difference is they didn't see that rejection as a stop sign. No, they saw it as a dare. It was a challenge to go out and prove every single one of those critics wrong. This is the ultimate mindset shift, right here. The very fact that someone is taking time out of their day to criticize you means you're visible. You are making waves. You're having an impact. You can take all of that energy, all the attention, even the negativity, and you can channel it right back into your work. Let their doubt become your determination. So ultimately, this is what it all boils down to. The next time you face a critic, and you will, what's it going to be? Are they a roadblock that stops you in your tracks? Or are they the rocket fuel that launches you even higher? You can't control what they say, but you have absolute control over what you do with it. The choice and all the power that comes with it is completely yours.